Hey everybody, and welcome to another Majesty discussion video, and today we will be going over, is premium too expensive? Before we get into the video, guys, why don't you like, comment, subscribe, do what you've been doing. I've been getting so much great support over the past week. I'm uploading more consistently. I'm doing everything that I can to get the best content I can out for you guys. And now, without any further ado, let's get into the video. Now, this whole video was inspired by something that I saw earlier. Somebody left a comment saying that Harmonix is, I have a video, I'll, put it up here or whatever, talking about is Harmonix Messiah gatekeeping, Vanguard Premium. And at that point, the card was like 70 on Card Market. There was abundance of them. People were selling away, and then they just up and vanished. They were gone. And then there was like some troll saying that they put it up for £100,000. And yeah, and now it's at this number. Yeah, base 175 for one copy of Harmonix Messiah that you need in your deck to play competitively in premium. And now that kind of just sparked this whole debate on, is premium too expensive? And the answer is yes. As you can see, you have a G zone in premium. It's your extra deck. You have 16 cards, well 15, now that you need to use this. You have 16 cards in your extra deck to play around with, to use. You have your G Guardians and you have your G units that you're able to do big strong turns with, get really big plays off of, and that's kind of what you do with your G zone. And if you're not really able to stride that turn, you're at an incredible disadvantage for that turn because you're not swinging as much as you can, and your opponent is a lot more ready for what you're able to do. And now the prices of decks, which is absolutely incredible. The max amount a deck can be in this format right now, I think Star Vader and like Chaos Breaker Dragon and stuff is going for around £300. Maybe I'll put a price up around here. There's Eradicators, which have tons of expensive cards. And even the deck that I'm building now, Gear Chronicle, is because, I just felt like building it. That was pretty expensive. That's going to be just under 200, just because there's 8 cards that I need in that deck. I've 8 more cards in that deck that I need. It's Macer Gear Dragon, which is incredibly expensive right now. There's nobody selling them anywhere. And something else that's like worth £15. I can't remember its name. Malum. There you go. But that's kind of your choice. If you want to play it, then yeah, there's complete budget options for cards. That's why I'm saying yes and no. You can get really, really cheap decks that can play relatively competitively. Relatively, no, you're not going to be able to beat Eradicators. You're not going to be able to beat Chaos Breaker. With a £50 premium deck. I mean, if you're able to, absolutely. But if you're playing at the highest level, then I don't think £50 is going to cut it. You're going to have to dig deep into your wallet and play it. But that is kind of the same with every card game. But look at V Premium. V Premium is actually a very reasonably priced format right now, but nobody's playing it because it's a dying format. Like, Bushiroad isn't supporting it anymore, and it's just there's nothing. There's no evolution of the format. They're not putting out any product. Decks aren't changing. That's why it's extremely cheap, because it's not being played anymore. But it's still an incredibly fun way to play. But you're not going to be able to play competitively for very long. That's the bullet there. And standards started off really, really cheap. I think like $80 was like the most expensive standard deck when, like 5 years ago, whenever it first came out. Then they started introducing like extreme power creep into the game, where you had these ride lines that you only needed like one structure deck, and then and then you just needed a few. If you wanted to splurge in the OT, you could. Whatever. Like they were expensive. Then they started releasing, effect triggers, which were really expensive. You know, triggers weren't like a dime a dozen anymore, which is kind of a good thing because of like V. You could just pull so many different triggers. But you know, that's by design of the game. You only need to buy one structure deck, and you had all the triggers that you needed. And pretty much, like, the game's just evolved to where Standard's extremely expensive right now. You know, there's loads of expensive cards. I think, well, Standard's around 100, 150 for a deck, the last time I checked. Gandiva, like, the winningest deck, has, like, so many cheap cards in it. You know, I think that the most expensive cards, like Gandiva, you can get a playset for, like, £40, like, whatever. Which is pretty good if you're looking for, you know, but that's kind of premium levels of stuff as well. If we look at, you know, for Gurgwit or whatever, Percival, really expensive card, needed in Gold Paladin. Gurgwit, really expensive. These go for like £8 to £10 per copy, and that's not really, you know, that's not amazing. You know, you got your PGs, you know, your heal triggers, thankfully, are dirt cheap in premium and everything. But it's the G deck that's kind of really going, like, oh yeah, this format is extremely expensive, and oh my god, what are we going to do? Are there ways to fix this? I don't think so. I think premium, you know, I think there's like enough love of the game where there's like, the cards aren't being printed anymore, which really sucks. You know, we got a reprint set, you know, History Collection, but that was one of the worst reprint sets I've ever seen in my life, because of course, Harmonix Messiah was 2 per case. Like, that's 1 per every 15 boxes, which is disgusting. You know, the pull rate, I think you got like 2 triple rares or something, like a box, or maybe it might have been 3. The ratios in that box were just horrible. The set was just way too big, you know, and you just needed to buy box after box after box after box. I'm sure people have. I'm sure people bought like cases and cases of it. So, you know, because, you know, people are selling them on Card Market, but it's a huge problem. You know, I think they should do reprint sets like a lot better. I love those premium collection sets where like they release new strides and everything. They release new stuff. You know, this, like, Harmonix Messiah was like the last thing that they introduced to premium. You know, something new. Oh, and the draw crits and the heals. What am I talking about? Why am I being dumb? But yes, this is just kind of what I want to bring up. Is Standard, or is premium too expensive? Yes, definitely. This is one of the most expensive formats to play. But Vanguard's not that expensive to compare to other card games. If you're living in the UK area or like EU, you know, we have Card Market, which is, you know, a godsend rather than like TCG Player, where cards are like really cheap in the EU market. But anyway, guys, I just thought I'd talk to you, you know, about this kind of situation. You know, just seeing that really made me want to make a video on it. You know, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. I'd like to see you all in the next video.